Dude, it's her coma.
Tell everybody what your name is.
All right, well, you want the real thing? Or you want
Yeah,
the
no,
nickname?
we want your actual name.
Okay, so good. Yeah, well, my name's Skip Rhudy. I'm from Texas. I live in Seguin. And I thought I'd come out here, bring some parts out as core parts. And my intention was that, you know, these guys out here, William and Dan, would put the stuff together from that and then ship it out to Texas. But William suggested that maybe we could do a little engine building while I was here, and I'm really glad he did that because, well, personally, I found it really helpful to have somebody check here and there where certain points where I was unsure.
Okay, what kind of airplane are you putting it in?
I'm going to put this in a Zenith CH-750.
Plans built or kit?
I'm going to do partial scratch build, at least that's the intention, but it's going to be mostly kit because I do want to finish before I turn 85.
Okay. What size engine are you building?
This is going to be a 3-liter Corvair right here.
Okay.
And that has its reasons. When I took this core apart, it was very difficult. It came out of a junkyard, and taking it apart was a major piece of work. And I destroyed the cylinders. I had to use a sawzall to get through the connecting rods, which was William's idea. I was really frustrated and had no idea how to proceed. But so I destroyed a lot of it to, you know, rescue it, I guess.
Okay, so you didn't take William's advice to find a core motor that rolled over.
Yes, so I previously had a core motor that rolled over. I did find one of those, and then I gave it away because I had some other things come up and couldn't do it. But that is exactly why William's correct, and you need to find a motor that turns over. You'll be sweating.
Okay.
Otherwise.
So a decade ago, you get started, and then you come back a decade later after life changes and everything.
I think that, go ahead.
Because this is on your bucket list, right?
This has been on the bucket list for a long time, correct. But the thing is that I think it was, in certain ways, an advantage to come back later because it gave plenty of development time and testing for all the things that I'm doing right now. So there's a silver lining to having waited. I think the engine has developed quite a bit since I first had the 2006 manual, and things have changed quite a bit since then. So a lot of research and testing went on. And
well, 14 years went by.
14. That's right.
All right, but you're in the game now.
I'm in the game.
Okay, and it's 2020 right now. What do you got to feel? Next year?
I'm giving myself. You know, I would like to. I call this on my blog 2020. It's the year of the build. I'm going to spend a lot of time in the shop. I really enjoy it. It's not like it's competing with other things because my kid goes to bed and then I'm out in the shop. But I'm expecting really 2 calendar years probably to be more realistic. So I'm giving myself a window and I'm shooting for the 1 year, but it's probably going to be a little longer than that.
Okay, but you're having a good time?
Oh, this is great. I have had so much fun this weekend coming out here and working on this. And it's just been a thrill, honestly. And really educational. I think that it's one thing to read about the motor. It's another thing to actually, you know, after you've got it all in pieces and start putting it back together again. Especially with all these wonderful parts that Dan and William have come up with. It's excellent.
And if you were to characterize William, you would choose the phrase "humble genius," right?
Humble genius is probably pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what was your nickname again? You're a wizard. You're sort of a wizard character here, you know.
Yeah,
You're Gandalf type. You know,
yeah,
right.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky. Okay,
Yeah, okay, and
beef jerky. So yeah, William's been helpful at various stages where I was a little bit confused or didn't know exactly how to measure something, and he'd come over and whack on it a little bit and say it's in order. I'm making light of that a little bit, but it's been very helpful to get a little bit of advice here and there, especially I've never built a flight engine before. I've worked on motorcycle engines, but this is a little different, and I want it to be airworthy without any question. And that, coming out here and doing this, has really upped my confidence level in this engine.
So did you fit in with all the characters who were here?
I think that it's okay. I did have a little problem with the suggestion of sandblasting the case, but I think I got past that.
We were just testing you. It's okay.
It was a test.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I guess so. Yeah, you know, having some scotch in the house probably helped too. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there. You know, you can talk to your therapist about what it means that you fit in with people like this, but that's for another issue. You just have a good time in aviation.
I'm going to have a good time in aviation, and I won't be running away as what suggested. Get out of here, get out quick while you still can. No, this is wonderful, and it's a great group of people to work with.
What types of stuff are you planning on doing with the airplane when you got it done?
Well, I have a scheme in mind to try to fly it around the country and to hopefully visit other Corvair builders and maybe some Zenith builders, preferably ones that are doing both. But just, you know, and get out there and talk to them and have a good time, you know, just seeing some different perspectives and hearing some great stories. I think that's what I'm after long term. So.
And this weekend, you got your case closed.
Case is closed. I've got, you know,
rotates perfectly.
It rotates. Let's look at this. Here we go. You know, didn't need to.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
It actually worked.
It
actually works.
That's right. It actually works.
It's satisfying.
Very. I think. This was one of the most fun weekends I've had in a really long time. You know, now realize that Seguin, Texas, is straight down I-10. 15 and a half hours from here. So that might seem daunting, but it absolutely was worth coming out here because of the, you know, just hanging out, learning who the people are behind all this, and, you know, building the engine where all this other stuff is going on.
And you never met anybody else in person from the crew?
I've never met anybody else in person. So Dan Sheridan now, and Terry Hand, and you, that's it. Don't know anybody else, but I hope to. I hope to get to know more people. So, you know, I'm hoping to get to go.
I guess it's okay. You turned out to be a nice guy, so I guess we can stop telling people to avoid you, huh, Skip?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it'd be good. I mean, it would really help my career out if people would pay more attention to me. You know,
yeah.
Be a little nicer and not reject me and throw me out. You know? That'd be good.
All right, congratulations.
All right, buddy. I had a great time. Thank you, William. So, dude. It's sarcoma.